So there's a ton of madness happening this weekend morning. Shout out to my nasal passages. It's always something. Money is always flying out the window. So yesterday, I thought I smelled something a little strange, and no, I thought I smelled gas. So I took all the necessary precautions that I always take because I get in trouble if I don't, honey. Safety first for Mr. Even if I have to get in trouble behind it. He says I'm from the country, so I have a tendency to not take certain precautions. But anyway, so I smell gas. So I thought. So I walked all the way around. I was like, and whenever I smell something questionable like that, I think maybe the neighbors are barbecuing. And so I smelled out of the window because they had the window cracked for air, and there wasn't anything coming out of the window. So it was at the stairwell on the way downstairs. So that concerned me. So I ran down. The first thing you do, run in the kitchen. I ran in the kitchen, make sure I didn't smell gas here. And I went back and I smelled, kind of started sniffing around the house. I wasn't really smelling anything. But then it seemed like it was in the hallway. And then, so anyway, so I text Mr. and let him know I smelled gas, a little, I thought I smelled like gas. And it wasn't, to let him know it wasn't downstairs, it was definitely upstairs because anything that uses gas upstairs is limited. There's only so much that is used that's gas upstairs. So first, let me tell you this. He asked me if it smelled like carbon monoxide. And when he asked me, I was like, what the hell? But I'll show you the series of texts that followed. Anyway, so needless to say, I smelled the gas, and he asked if I smelled it in the laundry room. And so I did smell it a little bit in the laundry room. So he told me to shut the door, and I just made sure, you saw the texts. So not only did I open the window in there, because I didn't have that window open, I opened the window in there, and I put a towel under the door, just in case. And so I made sure I shouldn't use it or anything. So he came home and checked that out. Cool. So I'm just thinking, it's always something. We always need something new, and it's always a big chunk of money. I don't even know how people with multiple children do it. But anyway, so I shut that. So this morning we're having breakfast, and what do I say when I smell something? Are the neighbors barbecuing? And he's like, no. And I was like, I think I smell burning wood. And so as soon as I said it, he caught the whiff. And so I started sticking my nose out the window, and I was like, there's nobody barbecuing this early. I mean, we're having breakfast, so it's early to be smelling barbecue anyway. I didn't think much about it, so we continued to eat, and I smelled it again, but I didn't say anything. And as we were watching television, the television was on in the background, and he looked at the television and was like, what's that? And I was like, and so I started laughing, and I was like, oh, big brother hit the 3D switch. You know how you say they're going to force everybody to upgrade. So we have an old television where we eat because we want to concentrate on having a meal as a family. So we don't pay much attention to it, but we do have it playing in the background. So the television, it literally looked like it had 3D effects. So I was like, big brother hit the switch. I was like, everything is 3D. I was like, I ain't mad. I was like, I want the full effect. I want the full 3D effect. So I was like, so he said, go get some of those glasses those 3D glasses that you stole. So I decided to get two different sets in case one set worked and one set did not. So I got a pair of these. Real 3D, girl. You see, they're dusty. That's how long ago I got these. And these are really big goggles. So I got the glasses. Neither one of them worked, but that was the effect that was going on with the TV. So it looked like there was triple vision, and it had reddish tint, so different kaleidoscope of colors. So what 3D footage looks like without your glasses on. That's what it looked like. He starts punching on the buttons and stuff, and we're just still eating. We're not really thinking too much about it, but we're smelling that smell again. So we wrap up eating and we start walking around looking for the smell. And he said, go over by the TV and tell me if you smell it over there. I walked up on the TV. Granted, I had to walk right up next to it, and I kind of leaned to the side, and I was like, yes, I do smell it there. So he said, I think the TV just took a shit. So the TV was still working, but it had that 3D thing. And low key, y'all know how he is. He's been wanting to get the last new thing in the kitchen, a dishwasher. He's been looking at yesterday motivated him to research washers and dryers. So, you know what it is right now, right? There are wires just hanging out from where he's already, in his mind, is already working. He started pacing his stuff, and I just turned on my music and clean up the kitchen for breakfast. I'm gonna let him do his thing. He's still working on it, but he took a break and said, I'm gonna go to the bathroom, because he always goes to the bathroom after breakfast. To be fair, if we have the time to have breakfast together on a particular morning, he does always go to the bathroom like clockwork immediately after. So he kind of got caught up with the techno. He's an IT computer person, so he got caught up with being focused on the new TV that he's about to get. That chunk of change is gonna start looking bigger and bigger. But anyway, we really work to be financially responsible in our old age, specifically, in particular. So the last thing he said, business as usual, is I'm gonna go to the bathroom and do some research. That means he's gonna be on the toilet, and when he gets off the toilet, we'll probably wind up with a new TV. Hermanos, with the truck, if you guys are riding through this week, y'all come on through the day before garbage day, and you got yourself a TV. No shade, but y'all know that they pick up everything. I have seen this. Mr. broke down the treadmill before he replaced it with the elliptical, the new elliptical. He broke it down literally in the garage. I don't know if I haven't posted that video yet, but he, sawed it down piece by piece so that, it would be in a condition to be able to put on the garbage truck. He set it out on the curb. That thing didn't stay out there 2 hours. They were there with the truck, and they got it broken down and all. And they actually made out because the thing wasn't broken. It was functional and in great condition. It was a Reebok professional gym level treadmill that I showed you guys, I think, a couple of times. But we're getting old and our knees are getting worse. So we went for an elliptical for less impact on the knees. But less impact on the knees does not make it easy, girl. I know this dude, I'm hitched to, and we're gonna have a TV maybe today. This is how creative he is. He came up with this a long time ago. But see, this is my cell phone, right? I was gonna throw these beer mugs away, but decided against it because we kept finding uses for it. And this is the latest use for it. This is a beer mug. I'm going to act as my iPod.
She gave me a number. Now I'm thinking to myself that this might be the one going out.
is my speaker right now since the TV is down. But I still jams. I stay jamming. Okay, let me clean up this kitchen.